Again, hello everyone, and thank you again for joining on today's webinar. My name is Mark. What we're going to be, just a brief bio about myself here is, been in the e-commerce sector for about 7 years now, and primarily just focusing on educating sellers and manufacturers launch their business into marketplaces. And so with that being said, let's take a look at our agenda for today. And so we're going to cover quite a few things today. And again, I'm pretty stoked and excited to discuss with you guys just an overview on who Newegg is, so you guys get an idea of who we are. What is this Newegg Elite Seller? Some of you may have heard of it. And then we'll be spending the bulk of our time looking at opportunities as it relates to marketing and what you can do there. And then just some of our game-changing fulfillment services that you might want to consider, especially with Q4 right around the corner there. So, and then after that, we'll have a wrap-up. And then within that wrap-up, we'll review some of the things that I talked about before. And then what I would like for you guys to do is just submit your questions throughout the presentation. You can submit it via the chat box, and I'll go ahead and field as many as I can. But if I can't get to it, then I'll try to answer it post-webinar. Okay. But before we get going, I just wanted to love to know which marketplaces you guys are currently selling on. So a poll is going to come up shortly here. I'm going to go ahead and launch that for you guys. Okay, and you should be seeing that shortly. And really, just don't worry, our feelings won't get hurt if you're selling on other marketplaces. We know that diversification is obviously a key to success. So go ahead and just fill that out as much as you can. But we would like to get an idea of where you guys are at. And then from there, that would actually help us with what we want to do in the future with you guys. So go ahead and fill that out. I'm going to close the poll in about a couple seconds here. Okay. Great. So obviously a lot of you guys are at about Amazon. Large number of you guys are actually in eBay, and some of you guys are already selling with Walmart, Newegg, and Jet. So that's pretty good for us to hear that. So if you haven't taken the poll, go ahead, or I'm going to be closing this in about 5 seconds here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close the poll. Again, thank you for participating in that. Okay. Okay, now let's jump back here. Okay, so about Newegg first. I think what I want to do here is kind of just present you guys with the opportunities that you have when it comes to Newegg. And opportunity really starts with who the company is. And so Newegg, again, was founded in 2001, and it became a destination for consumer electronics and computer hardware. Since then, though, Newegg.com has serviced over 36 million customers a year, and it's grown to over 41 million listed products. And so that's not include that's beyond the just consumer electronics and computer hardware, because in 2011, that's when we established the marketplace platform for you guys, and that's where we were able to expand our offerings and invite more sellers. And as of 2017, we've expanded our marketplace reach now to over 50 countries, which I'll briefly go over in the coming slides. So for us, this is increasing our reach and significantly boosting our presence around the world. And so that's just an opportunity for you guys to see that Newegg is a viable marketplace option as you guys continue to diversify where you guys want to sell. And here's a look at who is buying from Newegg.com. And again, it gives you, when you start selling on our platform, you're really accessing a loyal and devoted customer base who pride themselves on being savvy. And that's a key thing, because they know what they're looking for, and they're passionate about their decisions when it comes to tech. And I'm using tech as a more of a broader umbrella. It's not simply directed at the computer electronics or the hardware, but a lot of the tech that we have now, we're surrounded by it within even just general merchandise type goods, as well as even car electronics, for example. So these folks who shop on our site, mostly male, pretty sizable income there, and they're accustomed to shopping on different devices, as you can see there. Okay, so I had mentioned here are some top categories. This may not come as a surprise. Top selling categories are, again, the computer hardware and consumer electronics. But I doubt that some of you may have expected automotive to show up, toys and hobbies, office, home improvement, and home living, small appliances to also be on this list. And so these are recent growing categories for us. Include also apparel and home automation. As more and more people are integrating technology into their homes, we're also seeing that as a key category that's growing for us. And so with that being said, we are seeing that our maturing marketplace is finding success for sellers really who sell complementary products. So here's like a snapshot of where we've expanded since launching our marketplace. And the categories I've listed here are the opportunities that are available for you today to sell into. And so a lot of these complementary items actually dovetail with our core products and provide the additional value and convenience to Newegg customers because they're looking for these products. They're accustomed to going onto a site and trying to find everything within that site, even if they started their journey looking for tech, for example. So whether you sell laptops or t-shirts, there's obviously a place for you to sell within our marketplace. Okay, so now that you guys got an idea of just how ancient we are in terms of .com terms and how we've grown and cultivated our customer base, I do want to show just the different business platforms that you can leverage to grow your sales and the different opportunities that are available there. And so as our platform has grown and seen success, it's grown into different factions of the Newegg business. So from breaking into the Chinese market with our Tihaigo app to supporting educators and government and even small businesses with Newegg Business. The Newegg marketplace seller really has different opportunities to grow their business alongside with us. And so to focus our efforts for this webinar, we're actually just going to zero in on how you can maximize your selling opportunities specifically on Newegg.com, because that's what services the B2C customers, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today. But if you're interested in even selling to Canada or to SMBs, government, education, or even going global, we have those platforms available for you. And so you can field those questions as well at the end. I can take those if you're interested in getting more information. But for today, we'll focus on just the .com portion. Okay. So we've reached our second poll. I'm going to go ahead and launch it for you. So you should see it shortly on your screen here. And it is, we want to understand, what are you looking for in a marketplace? What is the most important feature of a marketplace for your business? What do you guys look for specifically when you're launching or looking into expanding into a marketplace? And the thing is, what we want to look at is we want to get an understanding of what you guys care about. Is it the marketing that you really are concerned about? Is it the different fulfillment solutions, or even the scalability, or even is it just the customer support, like having that readily available? So go ahead, take that poll. We'll leave it up there for the next 10, 15 seconds, and I'll try to at least give you guys some idea of what the responses are. And so it's right now, it looks like it's 40% look at the marketing as the most important thing. Also the 40% at fulfillment, which makes sense. And then business scalability. So that's good. This gives me an idea of where you guys are at and then what parts I'll be focusing on for the rest of this webinar. So if you haven't participated, go ahead, but I'm going to go ahead and close this poll in about a few seconds. Okay. All right. So that being said, let's kind of go over what happens when you become a seller on Newegg. And so as you step away from the poll, I'm going to bring to your attention just the different seller business model that we have adopted here, which is the Elite Seller. And essentially, it's a tiered membership, and each offering features low commission fees, the same customer base. You're going to market and sell to the same customer base. You have certain marketing tools on hand, international capabilities for some of you guys who wanted that scalability, and you'll have shipping programs and different fraud protection in place. And so all of that is designed to maximize your sales. But as you look through this chart, we've also created this tiered membership so that you are picking the membership based on what your business needs at the moment. And then as you desire to move up, or you realize you need more exposure or need support in different areas, you can feel free to move along the different memberships there. And it's really just tailored for you guys, so that you have different options available depending on where you guys are at within your business. And so we are an invite-only platform. So everything we are providing you are for a competitive marketplace. We want to focus on building your brand, so you're not racing to the bottom of the price. Okay, so here are the benefits as you sign up for becoming a seller on Newegg. You do receive some of the, within the professional and enterprise levels, you do get enhanced marketing seller stores, which we'll talk about there. Some of that discounted fulfillment service. I know a lot of you had mentioned that you look at fulfillment services as an option for you guys, and then some of the additional marketing exposure that you can get with post-purchase emails, and how all of that is supported really with a dedicated staff. And I can't overemphasize the beauty of having a dedicated staff, because you can simply pick up the phone and someone will pick it up, and then we'll be ready to assist you there. So we'll talk more about that as we transition into this part of the presentation, where we're going to talk about the main things that you guys had mentioned, which were the marketing channels and the fulfillment, and then how that dedicated staff will help. So I've alluded to why selling on Newegg.com is a smart choice. Again, you should diversify. And what we want to do now is dig deeper into the solutions that we feel make all the difference for you guys. And so in the next coming slides, we're going to talk about the marketing, the fulfillment. But as a heads up, pay attention to how often I mention our dedicated staff, and it's important because we strongly feel that the changing marketplace landscape isn't really conquered with smarter algorithms per se. Sure, smarter algorithms are good, but we think smarter account management and planning from a staff that knows the ins and outs, that cares about your success, is a thing that can't be ignored. And so with that being said, we're going to explore first the marketing channels, and then you'll see how our dedicated staff can support you there. Okay. So again, Newegg offers tailored marketing that allows sellers to reach their focused audience. And so the dedicated staff can help list your products in targeted and seasonal stores, create category-centric banner campaigns, and even develop custom promotions such as minimum order promotions, rebate campaigns, and Newegg-sponsored Eggpoint rewards. So I'll talk about that. And then with the marketing channels, the only limits really to promoting your brand is your own creativity, and we even help with that. We have an in-house design team that can help you guys design whatever campaigns you have in mind. And as our sellers get more accustomed to our platform, they often really take advantage of our digital marketing channels with social media. We do have search engine optimization to help with organic search. We do have Google Shopping to help with your PLAs. And our editorial studio and staff who create exciting, high-value content. And that's valuable for branded manufacturers, for example, who want to tell their story. And so in the next coming slides, we'll address several effective channels first that we think sellers must know about and participate in. So this will be the bulk of the marketing, and we're going to talk about the different stores, the category event stores, our hot deals page, some of the homepage placements, and even the promotional email channel. Okay, so here's a snapshot of what a category store looks like. And so typically what happens on Newegg.com is this is the first page that people visit after landing on our homepage, and it's the category store. And category stores are a fantastic way to advertise on a more granular level to customers who are interested in the products or the brands or even the category you're shopping into. So if you, in this case, if you have products that fit the smart home automation or the home automation segment, we're more likely to feature you there. And so this is something that you do want to, as you jump on the Newegg platform, you do want to speak to your category manager, your dedicated staff that's assigned to you to say, hey, my product fits here. What can I do to get more exposure? And this is a great section because if you take a look at the different ads as well as where the products are being featured, you're viewing a page that has about over 70% of ad content that our staff regularly refreshes. So take advantage of those opportunities because this is a great way for you to get the exposure that you need within at least the category level. And so that's one element of it. The next thing here is the event store. And so the event store, it's more of like it acts as a go-to all solution for seasonal and themed promotions. So in this case, with Q4 coming around and the holidays, that would be a great time to start putting together seasonal and themed promotions within and using the event store to do that. If you're already selling on Newegg.com, you probably are already creating event stores for back to school or even Halloween. You're creating that now for the fall or whatnot. So this is another way of us tailoring for those seasonal shoppers that are just coming on board looking for items, seasonal items, themed items, or anything that's trending. So in this case, we created one over the summer. In this example, a water and energy bill event store where you're lowering your bills, and we provided products that fit that there. So if you have a concept for an event store, again, let us know. We'll work alongside with you to create that because these pop-up stores are timed around events, themes, seasons, or really anything that you think makes sense for an event store. Okay. Now, the hot deals page is the top destination for many Newegg.com users. And these are folks who want to see the best and trending deals. Like that's why we call it the hot deals page from marketplace exclusive sellers. So this is an area where this is only for marketplace. This is only for third-party sellers who are ready to push their deals out because they have aggressive offers that they want to get out there. They have even banner campaigns that you can see on the right-hand side here to promote that and drive some of that traffic back to your event store or your the category store, for example, in this case. But the hot deals page, again, this is where you want to feature your best offers in some sense. So this is a top opportunity for you guys, and this is where you might want to talk to our team more about because they can take a look at your portfolio and say, okay, based on the seasonal things that are coming up or what's trending in the market right now, you have these items. These would be the items that you'd want to push within the hot deals page. And that's typically how the conversation will go. And it's a dialogue going back and forth. So again, this is a placement for more emphasis. So you want to get more eyes on the existing promotion or popular products. All right. And then finally, this is a marketing vehicle. This is the homepage promotions. This is when you go on Newegg.com, this is the first thing you're going to see here. So I'm actually going to break down 3 critical areas that I think are really valuable for any seller. And if they can land these placements or be part of the campaign that's featured on these homepage placements, it does a lot of good for you guys. So again, this is a marketing vehicle that has done phenomenally well for sellers on our on-site placement. And to give you some figures, it averages about 16 million monthly unique visitors. And so advertising on the .com page is a unique opportunity because you're getting in front of these 60 million folks here. And so that gets your product and brand in front of engaged eyes. This is the first area that most people go to. And then these placements are available to our sellers, and we recommend working with your merchandising manager team because they are there tirelessly working to get your deals or your products on the home page here. So they can help secure that placement on the promotional vehicle here. And so what I'm going to do is kind of break down each vehicle for you guys. The blue section that you see there is called what we call the leaderboard. And it's a perfect way to introduce your products or your brand to a wider audience, because typically what's featured on the leaderboard are campaigns, or like what are the trending campaigns going on within online retail, for example. And so as a primary scrolling banner that goes across the home page, it does command significant attention and boasts strong click-through rates. So you want to find out what campaigns are coming up, and then contact your merchandising team or get a hold of us, and then try to get on top of that there. The green box here, which we call Shell Shocker, this is an ideal solution for sellers to promote their absolute best deals, and it's also supported by daily early access email blast. And then finally, that orange box is the marketplace spotlight, or in this case, it's just a seller-centric. This is purely for third party that excels in strengthening brand recognition for all marketplace sellers. So this is if you have exclusives or unique products that you want to feature, your dedicated staff member might be able to push you on the spotlight, for example. Okay. Now, another way we help promote your products is through our promotional email channel. And what we do here is we have about over 15.5 million email subscribers. It is growing, so it shows the power of email. It continues to grow, and it's still really effective. And we have different types of emails, so it's not just one standard size fits all, but we have different segmented emails that target a specific customer base based on their shopping behavior. So because of that data that we house, and we can share that here as well with your team our team can share that as you become a seller, is that we have developed themes which are category based or even seasonal based. So some examples of that may be, like I mentioned earlier, home automation, even office furniture. We have refurbished. We also have emails dedicated to just the consumer electronic shopper, or even the back to school, which we're running right now, or back to college. With Q4 looming around, we will have a Black Friday and a Cyber Monday themed email campaigns as well. And so participation for you guys is free. It's often free, and it just depends on the type of product that you want to promote or push during these seasons. So you do want to get in contact again, and then our staff can go ahead and help you figure out what placements make the most sense based on what you're selling there. Okay, so again, that's basically marketing, all the different marketing placements available. And to say that you can only participate in one is not true. You can participate in multiple placements. You can be a part of one campaign and be featured on a homepage, like a hot deals page, or even on the spotlight, for example. So the beauty of it is you want to maximize the different exposure that is available, and our team can support that. So those are just different placements that I just alluded to earlier. So consider that as you guys are planning out your Q4 or whatever you're doing within the marketplace right now. So to shift gears, we're actually going to go ahead and talk about some of the fulfillment solutions that are available for you guys here. So we'll talk about Ship by Newegg, and then what that is, and what kind of coverage you get, and then we'll also look at shipping label services. So with Ship by Newegg, again, it reaches about 91% of North America in about 2 days with ground shipping. 99% of all our orders are filled on the same day by strategically located fulfillment centers across the country. And so customers can choose from 8 different shipping methods, really for their convenience, depending on what they want. And then the shipping label service, we'll look at how that's a way to supplement if you're not interested in like the full solution that SBN has to offer. So we'll start with SBN here. So fast shipping is a must for customers shopping on marketplaces. So Newegg has over 17 years of fine-tuning our logistics services to address the demand. And then at the same time, this is all at an affordable cost. In fact, actually, SBN saves up to 18% more than leading competitors, so it's about up to 18% cheaper. And thing is, what you get out of that is SBN is cost effective. It's a method that picks, packs, and ships on your behalf. And similar to other leading fulfillment services such as FBA, we also have customer service and we handle the returns. So Ship by Newegg represents a trusted shipping to our customers, and it's actually one of the main factors that can aid in winning the buy box when customers are searching for your products. Okay, so for those who choose to ship products for themselves, consider this. That's where we have the shipping label service, which offers sellers an alternative cost-effective shipping service compared to other third-party shipping service. So shipping label service, what we do there is we pass along Newegg's discounted partner rates onto you. And we provide basically a print-ready shipping label at a reduced rate, and then you just attach that label to the package and you ship it. And that's it. It's that easy, and you're done. Okay. So I know we covered more of a bird's eye view of what you can take advantage of when it comes to selling on Newegg, which we focus particularly on the marketing portion as well as the logistics and fulfillment. And with that being said, again, you are selling on marketplaces because you already know that about 50% of e-commerce sales are happening on them. So we do suggest that you diversify if you're not selling on Newegg or if you're only selling on one marketplace. We have one of the oldest and leading marketplaces that continues to grow and expand into new market segments. So if you're looking for scalability, we want to invite you guys to consider us as well. And then we're more than just tech. We're growing. There are many different opportunities for you guys to take advantage of and sell into. And so by opting in, you'll be able to take advantage of or have access to the 36 million plus customers that we have. And then there are a variety of marketing and logistics services to support your business needs. And we have that staff who's committed to help you grow. And I understand this is more of a bird's eye view of the different advantages that you guys will have and take advantage, or the different opportunities available really within Newegg. And in the next coming weeks, again, we will be having a WebEx that focuses on just the holidays and how to plan for that. So stay tuned. We'll go ahead and try to notify you guys about that, because that's where we'll tackle specifically how to find success within Q4, especially during the holiday season. So hopefully this presentation was extremely helpful. Again, you can reach out to us. I will go ahead and field questions at this time, but in the meantime, you can reach out to us by emailing us there at marketplacemarketing@newegg.com. And if you're interested in applying, or you need more information about the marketplace, or you're just looking for more information on the different resources that I touched upon earlier today, you can visit us at newegg.com/sellers. I'm going to take a look and see what questions have come up within the chat, and then we'll go from there. So one of the first things I see here is with regards to banner exposure available on-site. So what additional banner exposure is available on-site? So I had mentioned that within the Hot Deals page, this is where we can feature your campaigns along the left and right side rails. Your merchandiser can actually put the placement there for you. So we have that available as additional exposure. And throughout the site, we actually even have dynamic banners. So that actually targets customers based on their browsing or even their shopping behavior in the past, whatever amount of days or period that we want to look at. So those dynamic banners are there as well. So those are different banner exposures that you guys can secure. Let's see, another one that we have here is How do I get featured on a leaderboard campaign? This will all depend, really. If you're a seller looking to sell your products alone, then your merchandiser will coordinate that package that fits your needs. But typically, we host campaigns in this space so sellers have equal opportunity to get 1 or 2 items featured in the campaign. But if it's just one particular product, we might actually move that to a different placement, for example. Okay, and then when it comes to, okay, so for promotional emails, this is how long does one go for? So for example, we have within Marketplace, we have segmented email campaigns that go out every month, right? So these are themed emails that typically run 1 week each month. And so in this case, we have ones that's targeting consumer electronics and computer hardware. We have one that's targeting general merchandise folks. So that would mean anything that comes office furniture, small home appliance, the home automation guys, apparel, sporting goods. That will fit under that general merchandise domain there. And then we have car electronics, car and automotive hardware that will go into that. And then finally, even refurbished goods are also allowed to sell within that campaign. So that's where if you have new or used items, you can participate in our refurbished email. I know that has come up in the past, like what the condition of the product has to be. There is a place for that. Obviously, like we have to qualify those products. It's not all refurbished or all used products will be accepted. So it depends on what it is, but we do allow for it. Okay. All right, and I will have about, I think this is the last question here. What programs should I take advantage of if I'm selling on the marketplace? Again, I mentioned briefly Shipped by Newegg and the shipping label service. These are great ones to consider. Just because most need a fulfillment arm and they don't want to spend a lot of money in that because it eats into their profit lines and whatnot. So we do our best to ensure that SBN and even our shipping label service, that the savings are passed on to you, really, so that you can see volume and sales there. So really consider that if you're looking for fulfillment services. In addition to that, and that actually helps with your buy box too. So and if for you guys that aren't aware of what that is, it's really just within search, where are you guys populating? Are you guys the first, second, or third within the same listing? And so that being pulled into a fulfillment service sure does help you guys win that first spot within the listing there. Another one to consider is the Newegg Premier Seller Program. And this program allows you to ship specifically to Premier members. So we have customers who are Newegg Premier. It operates similar to Prime, but in that function, if you guys become a Premier seller, then you're marketing to customers who are more likely to purchase. Our repeat buyers are more likely to also purchase other goods, so their cart order is larger typically. So in addition to that, that's why you might want to consider becoming a Premier seller, so you can tap into those Premier customers. Again, like I had mentioned, shipping label services where you can ship items yourselves. And for all of these, you do need to qualify. You'll need to meet the seller requirements, and you can find out on what those requirements are through visiting our site, because also your items do need to fit certain parameters as well. So for more information, go ahead and log into that seller site there. So that's about it for the questions. Again, if you have additional information, please let us know. We will be hosting a holiday webinar coming soon, so that will really tackle more of the practical and strategic things that everyone should be aware of as the holidays roll around. So be on the lookout for that. With that being said, I'll kick this back to Liz. And again, thank you for all of you guys that have joined this webinar.
Thanks, Mark. That was awesome. I really do appreciate you taking the time today to explain what Newegg has to offer our customers. Of course, everyone, as I said before, we have recorded today's webinar, so be on the lookout for that email. It should be coming out to you after the webinar sometime today. Thanks again, Mark. And I think that's all the questions for us today, so I'll go ahead and let you guys get back to your day. Thanks again, and see you next time.
Thank you.